Hey y'all, hey, welcome back to another video. This is the long awaited video of me sitting down talking about my process of applying to PA school as well as my experience so far at Howard. I was just chilling in the house and I'm waiting to go pick my friend up from the airport, so I just say, let me just record it real quick. Excuse the pimple patches on my face, I don't know what's going on. But yeah, so I'm going to start with my process of applying to Howard, or let me start with my stacks. Actually, I'm going to start with my stacks because even though I've already made a video about it, I think it's nice for me to include that in this video as well, just in case people have missed it and they, but y'all should still go back and watch that video. But I currently attend Howard's PA program. I am the class of 2025. I got my undergrad, and mind y'all, I'm looking at my iPad to remember everything I'm gonna say, and I got my undergrad degree from Florida A&M University. I got my degree in pharmaceutical sciences. My overall GPA was a 3.2. My science GPA was a 3.0. While I was sitting and applying to PA school, I was in a master's of public health program at FAMU. It was an online program. I did 2 or 3. My GPA was a 4.0, which I am going to go back and finish that once I'm done with this PA degree. Did take the GRE and the PA CAT. The PA CAT, I really don't remember the score because at the time I took it, they didn't really have a scale on how to grade it. So I just took it just because it was a requirement for 2 of the schools that I applied to. GRE, I did not do good. I'm going to just be real. I got less than a 300. I got a 271. Don't judge me because I also didn't really study for it. My research hours, I had 700 research hours. I did my research at FAMU with my advisor at the time. I did my research on tetrahydropyridines and how they affect cancer cells. Unfortunately, I didn't get to finish because I did that right before COVID started. And I did that for 2 summers in a row. Leadership hours, 720 leadership hours. I was in ROTC. I'm also in the military now. And then I was also in different organizations and stuff at my school where I had leadership roles. So I included those hours. I had 1,000 patient care hours. I was a medical scribe and I was a patient care assistant at a hospital on the labor and delivery unit. But it was more so the, why can't I think? Y'all. Postpartum, sorry. The postpartum section. So basically after they have the baby, they would come to our floor. We would take care of them for the amount of days that they're in the hospital. And they would send them on their way. My medical scribe job, I did that with Scribe X, which was a virtual opportunity. And basically the PA would be on the computer. It's a camera. You can see everything that's going on in the room. You can hear everything that's going on in the room. The patient is aware that you're on the computer and you're scribing for the physician. And that's how I got those hours. I had 280 shadowing hours. I shadowed a nurse practitioner, a MD, and a PA. I shadowed the nurse practitioner and the MD. They both worked in the same facility. I originally went there to shadow the MP, but she would hand me off to the MD to kind of see the procedures and stuff that he was doing. So that's how I had the opportunity to shadow him. And then the PA that I shadowed, she did stuff for the VA, and firefighters and stuff like that. So she would do physicals for firefighters, physicals if you're in the military. And then if you're trying to get your claims done through the VA, you would come to her. She also would do PHAs, which is a military thing as well. That's it for shadowing. Community service, I definitely had that on there, but I don't remember how many hours I had of community service, y'all. I don't remember. So I took the PA CAT because of Morehouse and IPAP. At the time, Morehouse was asking for the PA CAT, but then after I had already submitted my application and stuff, they said, never mind, we'll take the GRE and the PA CAT if you haven't taken the PA CAT. So that's why I took the PA CAT. The schools that I applied to, of course, Howard, Meharry, Morehouse, Charles Drew University, IPAP, which is the military program. It's through the University of Nebraska, but they have a branch at Fort Sam Houston. And it's combined of Air Force and Army. And then, y'all come there and y'all do everything. I applied to the University of Tampa, Florida State University, and UNC Chapel Hill. So that's 8 schools. Out of all of those 8 schools, I only had an interview with one. That was Howard, and I got waitlisted for the military program. Still to this day, I have not been pulled off the wait list. Of course, I got my acceptance at Howard first, so that's how I ended up at Howard. As far as the process I took to apply to PA school, I graduated in 2021. I didn't start my patient care hours until like my last year of college. My senior year of college is when I started my patient care hours. Everything else I kind of already had. I started my shadowing hours when I graduated. I wasn't doing my shadow hours. Honestly, I wasn't the most, let me see. When I was like in the process of applying, like before I graduated, I don't want to say I wasn't focused because I was focused on it, but I could have been more focused on it and had all that stuff out the way. And then I probably could have applied like as soon as I graduated, and then not have to take that 1 year gap. But yeah, like I said, in the midst of me applying, I was in a public health program at FAMU. And that's kind of what I did with my time. Because I honestly did not think I was going to get in on my first time applying. So I was like, well, this is going to be my backup plan. I'm already in, that way I'm already in this program. If I don't get in when I apply next cycle, now I have something else I could put on my application, aka my resume. So yeah, that's that. I'm trying to think like what else did I do in between time? I have a friend that she actually graduated from Emory's PA program. She kind of looked at my personal statement and helped me with that. She also did my interview prep. I did not pay anybody to help me with an interview or anything like that. I used my parents, like people that I knew, the people that I shadowed, they helped me with my interview prep, but mainly my friend from Emory. Like, yes, she helped me a lot with my interview prep. A lot, a lot, a lot. What else? That's pretty much it as far as like my journey on applying and what I was doing in between. I don't know. Like, I think y'all, if y'all have more specific questions, you know, comment down below and I'll make sure I include it in the next video. As far as my experience at Howard, so far the program is good. I do feel like I'm learning the things that I need to learn to be successful when I graduate. Let's see. Do I like Howard? I don't want to say I don't like it, but I don't love it. But I also put in account that I did go to a public HBCU before. So the way Howard does things versus the way FAMU does things is really, really different. So that's like a huge adjustment. My biggest negative thing that I've ran into so far with Howard is not being able to use my VA benefits right away. But they're actively working on that. So hopefully that gets taken care of because I would take a big, weight off of like all the loans and stuff that I'm having to take out. I am on scholarship. I'm on the HPSP scholarship. It's through the VA. So they pay your full tuition, fees, all that. And then you have to give them 2 years back and you just have to work in a VA's facility as a civilian. So you don't have to go in uniform or anything. Of course, you don't really get to choose the facility in a sense because when it gets time for you closer to you graduating, they give you a list of what they have. You put in order what you would like, and then it goes from there. They go based off of the Army needs, as you already know, or you may already know. What else about Howard? Yeah, I don't know, y'all. The program so far to me is okay. It's not bad. Of course, being that it's a new program or they're bringing it back, you have your ups and downs and like your kinks that need to be worked out. But I think they do a really good job with taking our feedback, not just at the end of the semester, but throughout the semester. So that way they can make the necessary changes needed for the next class. I know, for instance, our first semester, this was like a really big thing that I like. Our first semester, most schools, they get like a calendar of all their exams and quizzes on one big calendar at the beginning of the semester. Our first semester, we didn't get that. We just got each syllabus and, we kind of had to plug it in ourselves. But the second semester, they had all our exams planned out, all our quizzes planned out, OSCEs, everything, except the pop quizzes. The pop quizzes were not on there. But that's one major thing that I really, really like. Okay, so now I'm going to talk about my experience so far at Howard. As you guys know, Howard is a HBCU. I really, really wanted to go to a HBCU for grad school, so I applied to every single HBCU program, I think except one. But I don't know, if you went to a HBCU in undergrad, you know that the experience is like no other. Like, it's like no other. I will say I went to a public HBCU and Howard is a private HBCU. So it is a little different as far as like how they run things, how the funding is of the school and stuff like that. But all in all, I don't mind Howard. Like, I think it's cool. The one thing I wish I would have done before is come visit the school, like even before your interview, because I had never seen Howard before. And even though I know that it's like city life, I don't know, it just didn't dawn on me like how the campus look, how the environment looks, what's going to be around the campus, that really didn't dawn on me. And then, like I said, the public funding versus private funding, like there's a difference. But all in all, I do like Howard. It's nice to be able to, mind you, the PA population for African Americans is 3% or less. So to be able to come to a school when most of your classmates look like you, if they don't look like you, they are a minority, like, is very inspiring. And it gives you that time to, like, kind of, be comfortable, be around people that look like you before you get out into the PA field where you may be the only one. So yeah, it's really good. I also like that the mindset that Howard has of like being super diverse as far as our PA program. Like, our class is really diverse. We have everything from Hispanics, Caucasians, Black people, everybody. Like, we got a mix. We only have two boys, but as y'all know, not a lot of guys apply to PA school, so there's that. So I do have a class full of females, and then we have two boys, but it's cool. It's cool. Do I feel like they are preparing me to become a good PA? I think so. I think that we're all also going to do well on the pants. Yeah, I think so. I know you guys have seen a few videos of like our clinical skills lab and stuff like that on my YouTube. So I think that is one thing that like really, 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 really makes me feel like, oh yeah, yeah. And then not only that, this past semester was our first semester of clinical medicine. That is my favorite class, y'all. And it's my favorite class because, yes, the other stuff was real life, stuff too, but like this is really real life. I'm learning these diseases, I'm learning what they look like, the signs and symptoms, how to treat it. Like, I don't know. I just feel like, yes, I'm learning some stuff. What other questions have y'all asked me? Our faculty is all female. They're all Black females. We don't have any male faculty as of right now. All of our faculty are all PAs except one. We do have one MD. All of them are actively still practicing. Oh, a lot of people ask like, do we ever like do anything with the medical students? So we don't necessarily do anything with the medical students or the dental students. We do have classes in the medical school where we have the medical students professors as our professors. But as far as like doing stuff with the medical students, we kind of network with them on our own. Like, I know we wanted to get Patagonias, which are the little cute little jackets when we first got here. But at first we were trying to like, reach out to Patagonia ourselves. I spoke to this dental student. I asked her like, hey, how did y'all go about getting y'all Patagonias? She told me, hey, we go through the medical school. We reached out to the medical school and they was able to help us, put us on their order to get our Patagonias, put our patch, put our name, put all of our stuff on there. So that was good. Like, that was our first time like actually networking with them. The medical school also has a lot of different like clubs and organizations. And like, say I'm a PA and I want to join their club or organization, it's open like for you to join. Like, should you want to join? As far as the workload, y'all, when they say PA school is like a water hose coming at you, they not lying. They're literally not lying. Like, it's so much information in so little time. So that's why you have to come here and focus. Like, you don't have time to work. You don't have time to be outside 24/7. Like, I do be outside. I be outside. But You have to learn how to balance and prioritize, as well as, organize yourself. Have a planner. Say when, oh, this weekend I have this, and this coming up, so I know I can't do nothing this Saturday but study. If you get that down packed, you're gonna be good. I also think it's good to kind of find you a good study group. Some people come to PA school and they are like, kind of like, oh, I like to do everything by myself. I feel like that's okay, but at the same time, that could hinder you a little bit because, y'all, when I tell y'all PA school is so much information, and maybe Sally knows how to explain something better than Dr. Such and Such could. So now they're able to explain it to me and I can, understand it better. So I think it's good to find those close knit relationships within your class, and not just try to like do everything by yourself. Don't try to only rely on yourself, because there will come a time when you need help. Like, there will come a time when you need help. I don't care who you are, how smart you think you are. At some point, you're going to need somebody's help on something, or somebody's expertise, because you're not going to be strong in every subject. Some subjects you may have to put more attention to than others, and the other person may not. They may be able to just catch on and then, help you out. So I will say, don't come in here with the mindset that you have to do everything by yourself, because there will come a time when you need help. Along with that, I think it's also good to come to school with the mindset of like trying to build relationships with your classmates. I will say, you're not going to get along with everybody. Everybody's not going to be your friend. That's just not with school. That's just with life. But still be open and willing to like talk to those people if you have to, or maybe they want to be able, just be approachable. Maybe they want to approach you to ask you a question or something once they see that like you're good at something that they're not, or vice versa. So yeah. um Honestly, my class, I wouldn't say we're not that close. Like, we're cool, but we're not that close. Like, we haven't really had too many things where like we've hung out and done stuff together. We've had maybe two things where we've all like, kind of came together and hung out. But my class, even though we're small, I will say we're not that close. And I think it's because of how we started out. Like, that's why it's important. Like, take accountability for yourself and at least be like, okay, I'm going to go into the school and I'm going to try to network and be cool with everybody. Don't try to close yourself off. Just don't try to close yourself off. Of course, naturally, you're going to find your group of people, or like your clique, so to say. But although these are like your close knit group, don't close the whole class out, and don't do that. I feel like that's one of the downfalls of my class, if I'm just being real, since we being real here, you know. And I'm just trying to be, like I told y'all, like my YouTube, transparent and honest. But yeah, I do feel like that's one of the biggest downfalls of my class. Um, and then the last thing is, once you get into PA school and you get into your program, remind yourself every day that it's no longer a competition. It's no longer a competition. It's no longer a competition. Like, you've made it. You don't need to compete with your classmates. Everybody here was probably the smartest in their class at one point. So now we're all on the same even playing field, just about. So you don't need to like try to prove to your classmates that you're smart. Like, we know that you're smart. We're all here. Don't compete. Like, please, it's not a competition. I feel like once people like have that competitive mindset, that also hurts your class, because when it's time to work together, it's going to be really hard because everybody's in competition because they're trying to be the smartest person in the room. Try not to compete with your classmates. Work together as much as possible. Like, I just think it will make your PA school journey so much easier. My little sister is also in PA school. She just got into Temple University. Congrats to her. She's actually in her first week. I think there's like 30 of them in her class. Yeah, they be doing stuff. Like, her class, they have like run clubs. They got together after their first week of orientation, hung out. Like, I would think it's good to try to incorporate that kind of stuff in your class because it keeps the morale going. Everything does not always have to be about school, because burnout is real. Try to make time to do things that are fun, that you enjoy doing, whether it's with your classmates, whether it's with your friends in the class, whether it's with your outside friends, whether it's with yourself. Like, try to do things that you like to do because I think it will eliminate a lot of burnout. But yeah, that's really all I have for y'all. If y'all have any more questions, please feel free to comment below. I do forget a lot of the questions that people ask me on social media. I probably should have written them down, but I was just trying to, be as authentic and vibey as possible, just a natural vibe. But thank you so much for watching this video. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Bye.